What's up? What's happening? What's going on, YouTube?
The mechanics.
So, like the title says, or the thumbnail, I have a box that came in a couple of days ago. Now, as you guys know, I had a issue with my lower ball joint on my left side. As you guys can see, the fender is still black. Basically, what happened, my ball joint, the nut that holds on, the castle nut that holds on the lower ball joint, decided it didn't want to do its job anymore, and it separated, which sent my car in the air because the tire fell off. The knuckle separated, caused the tire to get wedged in by the fender, sending it was a sticky situation. Neither here nor there. Ended up getting a new castle nut, ended up getting a new cotter pin, put both of them in, and it seemed to be working thus far. This was a couple of months ago. I've noticed that I had a little torque steer, the same torque steer that I had when this issue was occurring. Being that the castle nut is still up with the cotter pin doing its job, the other side, the side that's good, has like 3/4 inch, and I'm probably exaggerating, but of thread underneath the castle nut still exposed. The other side has probably half of that. So I went ahead and ordered new ball joints. Why get replacement ball joints? OEM, if I can get Buddy Club extended by 1 inch lowering ball joints, and I'm gonna show y'all right now. So these are the snap rings for them and your cotter pins. Very nice. And these are going to be the new ball joints. Now, these have always been a thing, especially with Hondas, especially if you're trying to go lower. This is a cheat code, if you guys didn't know. Lowering ball joints, these lower it. Recommended it by the website. If you install these, you want to raise your car up 1 inch because it will lower it around 1 inch. So, cheat code, extended lower ball joints from Buddy Club. Shout out to JHP, that's where I ordered them from. Now, I ordered these, and when I ordered them, I actually had to get a ball joint, lower ball joint press, because I didn't have one. Now, this is the Honda OEM lower ball joint removal tool that I purchased. This is mine. I bought that so I can replace these, because AutoZone, I'm not sure if 100% this is gonna do the job for me, but this is what I got. This is supposed to separate it, and with these tools, it should be an easy process. Now, mind you, nothing with these damn cars are an easy process. So hopefully this goes smooth, not necessarily easy, but smooth. I don't plan on taking my whole knuckle off. If I can, I'm gonna separate the lower ball joint and essentially fold it out like this. That way I have access to the lower ball joint. I should be able to impact it out and replace a new one without taking the whole knuckle off. Now, the issue with this is if I mess up, how am I gonna get to work tomorrow? Other than that, it should be a simple, or it should get done within the time that I have allowed myself to do this. So I'm working in my garage today. I don't have a whole lot of space. So I gotta do one side, shift the car over so I have space, and then work on the other side. So let's get cracking. Quick setup check. So y'all see camber kits, Megan coilovers. I don't know if you guys can really see. It might be a little dark. And what we have here is the lower ball joint right here. And that's what I'm going to be working on today. I don't know how good you guys can see, but the cotter pin is a bigger cotter pin, so it's holding the castle nut as it should be and not breaking like the other ones would. But I'm gonna show you guys the other side in reference to this, as long as this is a smooth process, so you guys can compare. This little piece right here is all that I have of thread. So let me get this unsituated and we'll cut y'all back on. So took the castle nut off the bottom and slid my pickle fork in like such, and this frees up the lower ball joint and I can pull out my knuckle. All right, so my dumbass failed to mention that you can't get the ball joint out unless your axle is out. So take this guy off, slide your axle out of the knuckle without taking it out of the transmission. Sounds simple enough? Let's hope so. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I had an issue. First, what I did was I took the snap ring off with snap ring pliers, external, I do believe. And so this whole situation, this is how it's supposed to go. This is supposed to be on the top of your knuckle. This is supposed to be on the bottom of your knuckle. It's supposed to slide in like this. The ball joint is supposed to slide in there. This whole situation is supposed to look like this, but my issue is this is about 1/4 of an inch too short for my knuckle, for the knuckle that goes right here. This wasn't long enough for some reason. So basically what I did is I took a dead blow to the bottom of this. I do not recommend it, but I don't think these are OEM. So after the snap ring came off, I just whacked the hell out of it and it came off. And yeah, I'm not too sure if these are OEM or not, but it came out. So one down, and I didn't even have to use this or this or this. All right, so I'm probably 100% positive I'm doing this wrong. Now I got the press tool that's supposed to go on the top of it in, as you can see, but the rest of this is just haggard up. I have an adapter in right here, and then I have the one that's supposed to be on top right here. It works, should I say, but I'm not positive if this is how it's supposed to be done correctly. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because it's extended. So the original one that was supposed to be this one doesn't fit all the way to the bottom because this is an inch longer. So you guys see, and I think I maxed out again. God damn it. Y'all, don't hold me to anything I'm saying, because I'm just making some things work. Comment below if you make stuff happen. Just say make it happen. I'm not sure if this was actually how I was supposed to do it, but I stacked this on top of this one, and that's what I used to get the extended ball joint through. I seated everything. I had to pull the snap ring off for a second time to get a double check on it, make sure that it was actually seated up and not just spinning freely, which I think it's on. That is installed, as you can see. It's probably dark, but yeah. So now is the reinstall of this situation right here. Everything reverse. New castle nut. Screws on, should press in very easy, and then put a cotter pin in here. So if you guys can see, this section right here is a section that extends your ball joint or raises your knuckle up an inch. So when they say that this raises your car about an inch, it's actually due to this gap in between here. That gap is decreased with this because there's no extended piece right here. And this actually brings your wheel geometry back up to your knuckle, back up to where it should be, and increases your drivability. This one's kind of, this boy loose right here, boy. That thing about to, whew. Now, if you guys see, try to get the light, the bottom of the ball joint, there's a lot more thread hanging down on this one than there was the other side, which means this one is seated well. And the other one was not. So let me repeat the process, try to get this other one pressed in and see if this one goes a little bit smoother. You guys can quote me if I'm wrong. This was a 19, which is supposed to be a 17 OEM. So I'm assuming that that has been replaced, as well as this lower ball joint had no boot on it. So I'm extremely glad that I'm doing this on both sides and not just one, because without it being an issue, I probably wouldn't have even looked at it, but you do to one side as you do to the other. So I'm glad I'm knocking this out. A little slack right here, but so far, if you want to pull your knuckle back like that, it seems to be more access than just working through the bottom. So that's how I'm working on this guy. Let me get this replaced. All right, y'all, so this is how it's supposed to look. I'm like 95% positive that this is supposed to be just a little bit longer, due to the fact that this right here, this gap, is compromising why this one didn't go onto the other side, and or because the ball joint sticks down to right here is the reason why this couldn't slide on. What I went ahead and did was shoved this one over it instead and got most of it pushed out, enough to get these two on. You hit this with your impact like so, and that throws the ball joint into here. So once I take this off, ball joint is out. It is in the little catch can situation. And yeah, that is how to extract it with this guy, but this needs to be a little bit longer. And I'm pretty sure AutoZone has one longer, I just didn't know it. So I'm telling y'all, as a friend, get the one that's a little bit longer than this. You should be fine. All right, so the other side is on. So I think the first side took me about 45 minutes to an hour to do. The other side literally took me about, give or take, taking off the wheel and jacking it up, about 20 minutes. So once you get that first one done, or figure out the method that works, that actually works, it's rather stupid easy, stupid simple to do, as long as you have the right tools. Now, like I said, my ball joint separator that I got from AutoZone, it was probably about ½ an inch too small. So this is the one I got. Part number is 57023. Do not get this one. So if you can get one that's a little bit bigger or specific for Hondas, grab that. This is the tool set that I purchased. Model number 641321 off of Amazon. This is an actual Honda lower ball joint tool set. So this is the actual for a Honda. It worked. Obviously, it's just this piece right here, the green C-clamp situation, was probably ½ an inch too small. These are my old ball joints. This is the one that came off the left side. This is the one that came off the right side, the easier one to do. The wheel is back on both sides. So shout out to JHP, Buddy Club, ball joint. Here's all the smaller details that you might want to know. This does fit, I think, quote me if I'm wrong, 88 to 2000 Civics. So that's EF, EG, EK, and Integra's 94 to 2001. It might not be EF. Oh no, it says it right there. So EF, DA, lower ball joints, EG, EK, and DC2, lower ball joints. This is what you need. All same part number, all same model, one set, comes with two. I went to JHP, ordered them, fast delivery, fast, great service. Now, like I said, when I was first starting, it's supposed to lower your car, or you're supposed to raise your car up 1 inch after doing this modification. Did it lower my car? I think so. And I'm only saying this because I slid the jack through the front underneath the bumper to jack up the car. And when I put it down, I had to like kick my front bumper to get the jack out. So did it lower it? I think so. Unless I broke a tab on my bumper and my bumper's hanging now. Could be either or, I don't know. Other than that, the driver's side, which right side, easy install once I had the process or the system down. The other side was a pain in my ass, God. The AutoZone tool was a loaner tool, so I'm about to go take that back right now as my test drive. If this does not work, you will see it somehow, some way. But if it does work, then this is the end of the video. Stay tuned for the next episode of if it doesn't work or if it does work. So, anything else? I think that's it. I'm dirty. I'm about to go get my $130 back for that loaner tool. Hey, content is content. Comment down below. Get her done if you do things that aren't the way you're supposed to do them, but you get it done anyways with the stuff that you have. Because basically, like I said, this was the wrong C-clamp, and I still got it done. So comment below, get her done, if you trust the process of getting it done by any means. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, turn your little notification bell on because I'm coming in hot. Come back, okay? Come back. With this being said, peace. I'm gone.
The mechanics.